let's talk about those cheap dollar store seeds, the 25-cent, 50-cent packets that tend to pop up in discount stores and dollar stores across the country. Are they worth it? I mean, they're impossibly cheap. Dirt cheap. They are just plain Jane, run-of-the-mill varieties, and they have boring packages. How could they possibly be good for a family who's trying to rely on their garden for summer produce, for food security, or are folks just missing out on a crazy cheap deal during this economic climate? To start, the price is incredibly cheap, and you will not find seeds cheaper to start your herb gardens. I highly recommend them for your basics so that you don't break the bank. Do not be deterred just because they are incredibly cheap. Money is tight for a lot of us. It's a great way to keep costs down. For your larger seeds, you need a lot of seed, such as green beans, corn, okra, peas, sunflower seeds. It's not as much of a good deal. It really depends on what else is available to you in your local area. These larger seeds weigh more, so you're only going to find a few of them in these cheaper packets because, of course, they're sold by weight. You will usually get a better deal by buying the bigger, heavier packets at the department stores and garden stores that are usually $2 to $3 a pack. Just go and compare the packet weights if you want to find the best bang for your buck. Typically, the better deal is in those bigger packets with the larger seeded varieties. If you are only growing a dozen or so plants of those different varieties, you may find enough in those packets. However, if you're trying to grow a family corn patch or green bean patch, you're probably not going to have enough seeds to accomplish that. You'll have to buy multiple packets, and if you want a large plot, that number of packets could get large fast, meaning you should probably buy in bulk. The quantity in these cheap dollar store packets is perfect for the smaller seeded varieties like some of your herbs. Basil, thyme, oregano, onions, carrots, all of those are great. Typically, you'll have more seed than you can use. The quantity is a little bit lower for the medium seeds, so your cantaloupe, your watermelons, your peppers, your tomatoes, but usually they still contain more than enough for the typical family garden. So this one, about 15-20 seeds or so. This one, however, probably contains closer to 100 or 200 seeds. Most folks don't need 100 basil plants, but hey, I'm not judging you if you do. You could get away with starting an entire garden for under $10 with these packets. Boring varieties? Perhaps, but hear me out. Most of these are going to be tried and true heirlooms that possess a number of wonderful characteristics that you would want in a family garden. Crack resistance and heat resistance in tomatoes, production and early maturity in your peppers, disease resistance in many different varieties, harpless cucumbers, that's an important one, uniform pumpkins, stringless, productive green beans, slow bolt spring crops. It's very important whenever you have a hot spring, and just so much more. Most new gardeners skip right by these important characteristics and they go for flashier varieties, and I get the allure, I do, but these varieties were developed to pop up and show out. They are solid workhorses in the kitchen garden. This is exactly what you would want if you are a new gardener or a gardener on a budget. Less loss, bigger harvest. The seed quality is a big concern for most folks, but I'm here to tell you that they have been great for me. I've never had an issue with germination unless the packets were on the older end, but that makes perfect sense, and typically that is from my own collection and they've been stored for years, so that's not the company's fault. Older seeds just lose their viability over time. Organic? No. But that does not matter to me because I am not eating the seeds, I'm eating the fruit that they produce. What matters is how I tend the plant that grows from that seed, in my own opinion. Organic seed simply isn't mandatory here. So, are they worth it? From someone who gets their seeds from multiple different sources, all types of vendors, absolutely, they are worth it. If you are on the fence due to quality concerns, I encourage you to give them a try and save yourself a few bucks. Lower prices do not translate into lower quality seed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope your gardens have been growing wonderfully. I know some of you are out there already harvesting. We are not yet. We just have some flowers coming in, and we have a few spring crops in the ground. But tell us down in the comments, what are you growing this year? What are you already harvesting right now as we go into May? And what are you anticipating most during this growing season? Bye, everybody.